Is Samsung playing it too safe with the Galaxy Z Flip 7? With the launch of the Galaxy S25 behind us, all eyes are now on Samsung's next big product reveal, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. While early leaks have suggested that the Fold 7 could see some design changes, the latest renders of the Flip 7 suggest that Samsung isn't making any major upgrades. So what exactly has changed, and is it enough to justify upgrading? Let's start with the design. Based on leaked dimensions, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 is slightly bigger than its predecessor. It measures 166.6 by 75.2 by 6.9 millimeters when unfolded, compared to the Flip 6, which came in at 165.1 by 71.9 by 6.9 millimeters. This means the new model will be slightly taller and wider, but its thickness remains unchanged. When folded, it is expected to be nearly 15 millimeters thick, just like the previous version. One noticeable upgrade is in the display size. The inner display is increasing from 6.7 inches to 6.8 inches, and the cover display is going from 3.4 inches to 3.6 inches. These changes might not seem like a huge jump, but they could improve the overall user experience, making the outer screen more useful for quick interactions. However, despite these minor adjustments, the core design remains very similar. Many foldable phone users have been hoping for a slimmer design, but Samsung appears to be sticking with the same thickness. This could be disappointing for those expecting a more refined or compact form factor. Now let's talk about the cameras. According to leaks, the Galaxy Z Flip 7 will feature the same 50-megapixel main camera and 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera as the Flip 6. While Samsung may introduce some software-based enhancements, there doesn't seem to be any significant hardware upgrades. This suggests that Samsung is prioritizing other areas or perhaps playing it safe by not making big changes. A big question remains. Will the Flip 7 be heavier than its predecessor? While we don't have official details on its weight yet, any increase in size could potentially lead to a heavier device. This is something users will want to keep an eye on, especially if they value a lightweight and portable foldable phone. With these minimal changes, the Flip 7 feels more like a refinement rather than a true upgrade. Samsung seems to be sticking with a tried and tested design while making only minor adjustments. For users who already own the Flip 6, this may not be a compelling reason to upgrade. However, for those new to foldable phones, a Flip 7 could still offer a stylish and functional experience with its larger displays and familiar design. So, is this enough? Should Samsung have pushed for bigger changes, or is a small upgrade still worthwhile? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech updates. Is Google making the Pixel 9a feel cheaper just to keep the price low? A new hands-on leak has surfaced and reveals some interesting design changes that might surprise you. A video showing the Pixel 9 recently appeared online, giving us an early look at Google's upcoming budget-friendly smartphone. The original video was quickly removed, but a Threads post by Shane Craig still has screenshots, allowing us to analyze what's different. From the first look, it's clear that Google is taking a different approach with the design of this phone. The leaked images show the Pixel 9a in Obsidian, a dark color that Google has used for its previous models. However, what stands out isn't just the color, it's the overall look and feel of the phone. Unlike previous Pixel A-series devices which tried to maintain a premium feel despite their lower price, the Pixel 9 looks more cost-conscious. Instead of metal or glass, this phone appears to have a plastic body, which makes it lighter and easier to hold, but also less premium. According to Shane Craig, the Pixel 9 reminds him of older Nokia Lumia phones, which were known for their simple yet sturdy plastic builds. This could be a good thing for those who prefer a lightweight device, but for others, it might make the phone feel less premium compared to previous Pixel A-series models. One of the most noticeable design changes is in the camera module. Google has traditionally given its Pixel phones a signature camera bar that stretches across the back of the phone, making them stand out. However, the Pixel 9a takes a different approach. The camera bar is now much more subtle, sitting almost flush with the phone's body. There is only a small ring around the two camera lenses that slightly protrudes from the back. While this makes the design more minimalistic, it also makes the phone look more like an entry-level device rather than a mid-range one. But here's the catch, there's still some uncertainty about this leak. The video doesn't confirm whether this is a real Pixel 9a or just a dummy unit. Dummy phones are non-functional replicas used by manufacturers to showcase the design before launch without revealing any internal hardware or software details. However, considering that we are getting closer to Google's expected announcement on March 19, there's a good chance that this is the final design of the Pixel 9a. So what else can we expect for the Pixel 9a? Leaks suggest that despite the changes in design, the phone will still pack solid hardware. It is expected to come with Google's Tensor G4 chip, 8 GB of RAM, and a 120Hz OLED display. These are impressive specs for a mid-range phone, especially at its rumored price of $499. It seems that Google is keeping performance strong while cutting costs in other areas, mainly in the body materials. However, there's one big question that remains. How durable will this phone be? Plastic bodies tend to be more resistant to shattering than glass, but they can also scratch more easily. If the Pixel 9a uses a softer plastic material, it might not hold up as well over time, especially for users who don't use a protective case. With that being said, Google's A-series phones have always been about making high-end features more accessible at a lower price, and the Pixel 9a seems to be following that same strategy. The question is whether this new design will be a deal-breaker for users who prefer a more premium feel. So what do you think? Is Google making a smart decision by cutting costs and design to keep the price low? Or does this make the Pixel 9a feel too cheap? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Is Samsung finally making foldable phones more practical? Or is there still a missing piece? A new leak suggests that the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 is going to be thinner than ever. This is a big deal because one of the main complaints about foldable phones has always been their bulkiness. If these leaks are accurate, Samsung is working hard to change that. But while the slimmer design is exciting, there's still one area where the company seems to be holding back. According to the leaked renders, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 will be significantly thinner than the previous Z Fold 6. This could make it much easier to carry and more comfortable to use. While other brands have also been working on making foldables slimmer, Samsung's design might set a new standard. The device is rumored to have an 8.2-inch inner display and a 6.5-inch outer display, slightly larger than its predecessors. On the inside, Samsung isn't cutting any corners when it comes to performance. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 is expected to be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, the same processor used in the Galaxy S25 series. This means users can expect top-tier performance whether they are gaming, multitasking, or running demanding apps. There have been rumors that Samsung might use its own Exynos chip in some regions, but since Samsung has a strong relationship with Qualcomm, the Snapdragon option seems more likely. The cameras are also getting an exciting upgrade. The main camera is rumored to feature a 200-megapixel sensor, a huge jump from previous models. This can mean sharper photos, better low-light performance, and improved detail. However, the rest of the camera setup, including the ultra-wide telephoto, front-facing, and under-display cameras, is expected to remain the same as the Z Fold 6. Foldable phones have often been criticized for having weaker cameras compared to standard flagship models, so this improvement could be a big selling point. Now let's talk about the one area where Samsung doesn't seem to be making much progress: battery life. The Z Fold 7 is rumored to come with the same 4,400 mAh battery as its predecessors. For a device with such a large display and high-end features, many users were hoping for a bigger battery. Samsung has been using this battery capacity in its foldables for years, despite feedback from users wanting more. However, there's still a chance that improved chip efficiency and software optimization could help extend battery life, even if the capacity remains the same. Another thing to consider is the release date. According to leaks, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is expected to launch in mid-July. This follows Samsung's usual schedule for foldable devices, though a slight delay is possible, especially since the Galaxy S25 series was released later than expected. The foldable phone market has come a long way over the past few years. When Samsung first introduced the Galaxy Z Fold series, many people were skeptical. Early models were thick, had visible creases in the display, and were not as durable as traditional smartphones. But with each new generation, Samsung has refined the design, improved the hinge, and made foldables more practical for everyday use. That being said, the competition is heating up with other brands launching their own foldable devices. If Samsung wants to stay ahead, it needs to keep pushing the limits of innovation.